In this tutorial, I will extract a loopable phrase from a commercial recording. There are a couple settings I want to make before I begin. I want to enable the tab to transients function here, and I want to set up loop playback. To do that, I hover over the play button, press the control key, and click on the play button. See the little loop symbol there. Alright, I'll work with this file here. Drag it into a track. Notice also that I'm in slip mode. And I'll start striking my tab key to get to that first transient. Then I'll hold down shift and tab some more. And when I press play, you'll hear that this will repeat over and over. Okay, this gives me an opportunity to hear if this loop will actually repeat itself and stay in time. So if I tap along, we'll notice it's not quite right. As you can hear, it gets off from where I'm tapping. So we need a little bit more material. How about this? Let's try this. That sounds like a pretty good loop. So next I will capture that as we did with our one-shot samples. Give it a name. And now we have an excerpt from this whole file clip here, the Handel Concerto Grosso. We can get rid of this region now. Drag our captured clip in and do our quick fade in and fade out as we did with our one-shot samples. So I'm going to change my tab mode and zoom way in. Hit my tab key once. That brings us to the beginning of the file. Make a very short fade in. I can do that. Apple F gives me fade. If I hit the tab key some more, it'll jump to the end of the file. I do a very quick fade out. Apple F. These fades are not to create a change in the sound of the clip. They're merely to put a negative infinity at either end, so when I put this clip up against itself to repeat, there won't be any pops or clicks. Alright, last thing we need to do, if you remember from our one-shot samples, is to consolidate the fades into this to make a new clip and also a new audio file. So I'm going to highlight all of this, zoom way and make sure I'm getting all of it. Yep, there's the fade out. And choose Edit, Consolidate. And now you see there's a clip that's a new whole file clip. Loop 1 takes the name of the track. If I look in the audio files folder for this session, there's the file. Okay. I'd like to give it a more appropriate name, so I'll double click here and maybe call it this. That's a lot better. So let's double check it, make sure it's sounding good. Great. Now if I go into shuffle mode and I drag this loop in here, pop it right next to it, I could do this again. Even before we line this up to bars and beats and work with its tempo, I can loop it. Let's see how this sounds. Sounds great.